Drugs. Everywhere you go, people are talking about drugs. You read about drugs in the newspaper. You watch stories about drugs on television or in the movies, and you hear about drugs from your friends. But all this talk about drugs has caused much confusion. Some people say one thing, others say something else, and it gets pretty difficult to keep it all straight. Most likely, you have heard someone say that drugs will ruin your mind and cause you to lose control of yourself. But then someone else states that drugs are really fun, and they don't hurt you at all. So who are you going to believe? Just what is everybody talking about? What really happens when you take drugs? These are among specific questions frequently asked today, but instead of getting straight answers, many of you just get warnings, sermons, or hearsay. You're told not to take certain drugs, but never why you should not take them. So some of your questions about a subject that seems to be growing daily have remained unanswered. This record will provide answers to many questions, so that you will know a great deal more about drugs. The information about drugs that you're about to hear is as accurate and as up-to-date as possible. We have been stimulated to tell it like it is, to discuss just basic truths about the consequences of drug abuse. We're not going to preach or tell you what you should or should not do, for we believe you're intelligent and mature enough to decide for yourself what you want to do. However, we are interested in giving you the facts to help you make that decision. What are drugs? The word drugs refers to a broad category of substances which affect and produce changes in the chemical functioning of our bodies. We are surrounded by drugs, from the caffeine in coffee to the nicotine in cigarettes, from aspirin to alcohol, from marijuana to morphine. There are drugs to wake you up, calm you down, or put you to sleep. Drugs can ease your pain, cure your cold, or stop your cough. Drugs can save your life, or end it. Since there are so many drugs that can produce such a variety of influences, we must group them into various classes. First, there are the drugs that you can buy at the drugstore. They're sometimes called over-the-counter drugs. These would include such drugs as aspirin, cough syrup, and cold pills. Second, there are drugs which require a prescription before you can buy them. The prescription drugs are the medicines that physicians use to treat various conditions or diseases. Then there are the illegal or street drugs, drugs that you cannot buy at the drugstore even with a prescription. These include marijuana, LSD, heroin, and others. It is this group of drugs that are causing the most comment and concern, and these are the drugs which we will discuss in this record.